Hey everyone, so I know we've talked about this rose before, but if you're looking for a resilient and beautiful, fast growing climber, Peggy Martin is probably one that you want to get. This rose is just absolutely amazing in how fast it grows. We planted this one here from a 3-gallon container, and then we put a quart size on this side, which absolutely grew quick as well. It's almost growing as fast as this one right here, and it's already reaching over this arch here. But I have a daunting task today of pruning it back, and there's one reason why. We had some pretty strong winds earlier this month, and it blew this whole arch over. It actually snapped one of the canes, which kind of upset me at the moment, but then I started to realize there's not a lot of dieback, so I'm gonna go in there and cut back a lot of that dieback. But as you can see, it's a beautiful rose. It's got buds all over the place. It's ready to absolutely bloom. We have it going all along the fence that way, and then it's gone all along the fence on that side as well. But it's done well. It blooms in spring here, and then some people have said that it blooms in fall. So we have yet to see that. Hopefully it does that for us this year, because it's been in the ground. It's gotten enough time to acclimate here, and I'm sure it set its roots pretty good. But yeah, this is one of those roses that really didn't show any signs of any dieback from any cold weather or anything like that. It was pretty much like an evergreen here. Even though it's not an evergreen, it was pretty much, we had this green all through fall and winter, and this is what it's looking like right now. We haven't done anything to it. All right, so as I go in here to cut back some of this dead foliage in here, because again, like I said, it got pretty damaged and it broke that cane. I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm not going to pull any of the good growth on here. So I'm going to do this piece by piece. But yeah, again, Peggy Martin rose, it's again, like I said, it's very resilient, very disease resistant. I haven't seen any black spot on here. Haven't seen anything that would suggest that it's not going to do well. I don't know how it would do in any colder climates. We've talked about it before. This is called the Hurricane Katrina rose, because it's one of the few roses that made it during the hurricane in submerged waters and all that stuff. So it's a great rose to have in the garden. But again, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab my ladder real quick. Get in here and try to cut some of this dead foliage back, being careful not to take off anything that's still alive. And I purposely waited for it to do this because I didn't want to cut back anything alive, just to get some of this dead foliage out of here. It's very easy to tell now, and it's a lot. Unfortunately, it was quite a bit that is starting to show some signs to me. Take out this piece right here so you guys can see it, where it actually broke from here. That was the main cane right there. As you can see, it split it right in half. The other half is doing fine. I don't see anything happening to it yet, and hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it maintains some of those fibrous cells in there to keep it going, because you can see it's not showing a dieback. So hopefully that's going to do just as good. So normally I would talk about training a climbing rose like this at this part of the season. This one really needs no real training. As you can see, it grows by itself, and it does extremely well as far as where it wants to go and what it wants to do. Now, if I see anything damaged or anything like that, obviously I take that stuff out. But for the most part, it does extremely well by itself. As you can see, I pretty much just let it do its thing, and I use some Velcro to keep it in place, and that's what I've done pretty much throughout this part. But these canes are very pliable, so it's not to where they get too thick where you can't bend them and they break. These canes are very pliable, so it's very easy. It's a very easy to work with rose, which I do like, because it doesn't scare me to bend these guys and possibly break any canes. But what I did though, I didn't talk about what happened. So this thing the arch just completely tipped over. I had to reinforce the arch to our little fence here, so I had to drive some stakes into the ground to keep it from moving over. Now, that may not solve the problem completely. We'll have yet to have any more winds like we did that day, so maybe I'll do something else later. But for now, it seems to be holding up. It seems to be doing just fine. But again, beautiful rose. It just completely grows and covers this, and we're excited to see it bloom. We already have a few blooms that are starting to open, but it's just covered in blooms, and I'll show you that here at the end of this video. All right, so I'm done doing the pruning on the dieback, and as you can see, it's a very pliable rose. It formed to how I had it on this arch here, but as I cut back, I noticed that I didn't lose much coverage, so I'm actually happy about that it's still covering quite a bit. Last thing I gotta do is tie up some of these loose ends, just form it back onto the arch here. But talking about this rose again, Peggy Martin is one of those roses where a lot of people wouldn't think to get a rose that doesn't bloom all year long, because this is not a rose that blooms all year long. It does a great bloom in spring. And again, some people have said that in fall we get some blooms. We'll see what that does. But we love it that it took a break, because as the garden starts to come into bloom, after this is done blooming, we still have some green here. We still have something to look at. It's not gonna completely die back. As a matter of fact, this rose didn't die back at all during fall and winter. We still had a lot of green. This is still the same green that we had pretty much from last year. And it's just filling out even more. So it's a very exciting rose to have. The foliage here, it's a very, I would say medium size, not too small. Some of the newer growth has some very small foliage, but it's not big either. But it provides plenty of coverage, and it still has a lot of open areas for these buds to get lights, and it's covered with buds. As I'm up here, I'm noticing all the buds that are here, so it's gonna be very exciting to see this one bloom and bring all this color before the whole garden gets going. So I'm gonna get down from my ladder here, and I'll show you guys how well this rose does. This is a 3 gallon, this is a quart size, but it actually goes, the canes that are not on this arch, they actually go about 10 to 15 feet that way and 10 to 15 feet that way. So if you want a rose that's gonna really grow and cover something, such as an arch like this or a fence, definitely think about getting Peggy Martin. It's a beautiful rose. We actually have plans to do more with this rose and invite some more types of roses that do this kind of blooming into the garden. So we have a little bit more green to see when nothing's in bloom. But yeah, just a very exciting rose. And I'll shoot some video in there of how long it actually goes. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you what we're doing here in the garden, things that we're taking care of as spring is already here. There's plenty of maintenance to be done in the garden and plenty of things to start to think of, planning, taking care of, adding some mulch, fertilizing. So it's just an exciting time of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.